Now I realize the situation is that I'm just a killer, and I'm just gonna keep killing people. So I think they should just lock me up, because I don't deserve to be around people, because I'm just gonna keep killing people, and that's just the nature of the beast.
On the morning of November 28, 2019, Thanksgiving, 34-year-old David Yzaguirre was killed in the Kentwood, Michigan duplex he shared with his roommate and best friend of 18 years, George Yzaguirre. 5 days later, 63-year-old Ed Fuller was killed inside his own home, 12 miles away. 2 men, 2 crimes, 1 confession that would connect them both, delivered calmly, almost casually, by the man who committed them. That's not a man being pressured into a confession. That's a man narrating his own conclusion, one he seems to have already made peace with. George Yzaguirre wasn't lying about who he was. In late November 2019, he murdered David Yzaguirre, stabbing him roughly 70 times. Days later, he killed Ed Fuller. And through both interviews, what unsettled detectives most wasn't what he did, it was how little it seemed to cost him to say it out loud. He surrendered himself on December 3, 2019, walking into a store and telling employees he needed police. When officers arrived, he went with them without a fight. Detectives had no idea what they were about to walk into.
And I stabbed him a whole bunch of times and almost basically took his head off and went to sleep.
I'm just gonna keep killing people.
But you say that, but you don't want to be that guy, right?
I am that guy.
But you don't want to be that guy, do you?
I am that guy.
Without much prompting at all, George admits to killing David, his best friend of nearly 2 decades. Detectives notice something immediately. He isn't struggling to remember, isn't minimizing. He's recounting it with total clarity, standing the entire time, as if he's the one running the room. He tells them his wife had left him months earlier, that he'd been sober about 6 months before that night, and something David said about his sobriety set him off. He describes going into David's room to lie down, and then stabbing him a whole bunch of times before going to sleep next to the body. He says he woke up hoping it had been a dream. It's a detail he repeats over and over through this entire interview, like he's still trying to talk himself into it. But 2 hours before this interview even started, George had done it again, and this time, the person he'd killed wasn't a stranger either.
And about me being my sobriety, so on and so forth. And my wife had just left me on my anniversary, mind you, and I've been pretty messed up ever since.
So, because you're here, we need to read your rights before we can talk to you.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So that's something we have to do. Sorry. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to the presence of a lawyer before and during any questioning. And if you wish a lawyer and can't afford one, the court will appoint one. You understand all those? You know why we gotta read them?
Yeah.
Because you're not really free to leave right now, we need to talk to you. That's why we have to read them. You understand all those?
Yep, I'm being detained.
Yeah. You want to talk to me? You wanted to talk to somebody.
Yeah. At this point, I'm pretty much screwed and everything with ballistics and evidence and so forth, and so, you know. So, yeah, I killed my best friend.
If cases like this stop you in your tracks the way they stop us, hit subscribe and join our WhatsApp channel linked in the description for case updates and behind-the-scenes research before videos go live.
Thanksgiving morning, I came home drunk and on drugs, crack cocaine, and I took acid. And I remember coming home, and I've been sober for about a half a year now. He came out of his room and had something negative to say to me, and about me being my sobriety, so on and so forth. And my wife had just left me on my anniversary.
For roughly a day, George drove around Grand Rapids with David's body in the back of his car before dumping it in an open, wooded area off a rural road near a speedway and a Myers. He can't remember exactly where, only that it took about 45 minutes to get back into the city. This is one of the more uncomfortable stretches of the interview, not because George is combative, but because he isn't. Detectives tell him this won't bring David back, but it can give his family somewhere to grieve. And George, who's sounded detached through most of this, actually engages. He wants to help find him. After the murder, George didn't run far. He moved David's car to a church parking lot to throw off investigators, went home, washed his hands in the bathroom sink, and then kept returning to the scene, by his own account, again and again, almost like he needed to keep confirming it had actually happened. He told his father what he'd done, and in the middle of all of it, he was still buying liquor, still using, still trying to outrun 5 days that, in his words, he still isn't sure he's fully awake from.
And I've been doing a lot of crazy stuff out there, you know. I've been doing some really gangster stuff. So I'm not even going to all of that. But I will tell you that came home that morning, tripping, and high on drugs, and he verbally assaulted me and went back to his room to go lay down. And I went in there and I stabbed him a whole bunch of times and almost basically took his head off. And I went to sleep, you know, and I woke up and I woke up and thought it was a dream. Thought it was a horrible freaking dream that just can't be true, you know? Like, you ever have a bad dream you just can't wake up from? And you know what? I'm covered in his blood, my hands and everything. I stabbed the shit out of my friend and I killed him, and I went into his room and I saw that I killed him.
Here's where this case stops being what it first looks like. Earlier reporting on this case describes Ed Fuller as a stranger, someone George robbed and killed with no prior connection between them. George's own words tell a very different story. He says he met Ed 3 or 4 weeks before the murders, at Ed's mobile home, a place people went to use drugs together. George had been staying there for days at a time, drinking and getting high, and at some point during that stretch, high and spiraling, George told Ed something he hadn't told anyone else, that he'd killed his best friend. Ed didn't believe him, so George brought him to the house to prove it. What happened next is the detail that changes everything about why Ed Fuller died. Ed didn't panic. He helped George wrap David's body and load it into the car. For days, the two of them lived with that secret together, until George's car was spotted, or towed, outside Ed's home, and George panicked that Ed was about to break and tell someone. That's when he says he stabbed Ed in the throat, repeatedly, and took his credit cards on the way out the door. This wasn't a stranger robbed at random. This was a man George had confided in, who'd helped him hide a murder, killed to keep a secret from getting out.
And I didn't really know what to do, and that made me a little bit more nuts. So I drove around, not wanting to go back home for a couple days. I just drove around, didn't know what to do, and I collected money from a bunch of people that owed me money, and I've been high on drugs and liquored up ever since. And, mind you, about 2 hours ago, killed somebody else. Well, it was me. Stabbed him to death too.
Where's that at?
Trailer park over off 76th Street.
Who was that?
His name's Ed. His credit cards and stuff were in my wallet when you guys arrested me. I turned myself into home. Actually, I went into a Walmart to turn myself in. I told my mom goodbye, and well, anyway, his credit cards were in my wallet. Okay, so you'll know his full name because the credit cards in my wallet that aren't mine.
How do you know Ed's dead?
Because I just stabbed him to death.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of like opened his throat and his head and a bunch and brutally murdered him. The thing is I don't feel safe around people because I don't trust that I won't do it again. You know, I feel like this is a horrible nightmare I just can't wake up from, but at the same time, I don't trust myself around people, obviously. Obviously, I'm a killer. I think some people are just born killers. And for some reason, I feel really calm. Cool and collective.
Do you have any injuries, or your hands got some cuts on them? Is that?
Oh, that was from David. My my best friend for 18
Where
years.
is David?
After driving around for a couple days, I went back home because I felt bad about the whole situation, and I still wanted to make sure it wasn't a dream. Fortunately, it's still reality. You know, can't wake up from this dream. Fortunately, this ain't a dream. This is actually reality. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's whatever. I'm not waking up though, and now I'm talking to you guys, and this. I don't know. I can't tell if this is either. I really can't tell if this is. I can't. I think it's a dream, but I hope it is. I hope like tomorrow I wake up and this is all fake. It's just one big dream, but I don't think it is. Pretty sure it's real. It's real, right?
Why don't you sit down, man? Sit down, let's talk. Let's get you through this.
This is fake. This is a big dream. No, man.
Here's a question for you. Does it change how you see this case, knowing Ed wasn't a random robbery victim, that George killed the one person who actually knew what he'd done? Detectives spent the rest of this interview trying to answer one question: why? George offers a few answers himself. He tells them he has PTSD and bipolar depression. His own words, not a confirmed diagnosis, and that he's been told to take medication he refuses. He says the real breaking point was his wife leaving him on September 15th, after he'd built his life back around 6 months of sobriety. He'd held on for about 2 weeks before the drugs and alcohol took over again. But George also says something that cuts against every excuse he offers. Asked why this happened, he doesn't blame the drugs, or his wife, or his mental health. He says simply, normal people don't kill their best friend of 18 years. Normal people don't stab someone in the throat. George Yzaguirre never went to trial. He pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and felony murder for both killings, sparing David and Ed's families a prolonged court battle. In October 2020, a Kent County judge sentenced him to life in prison, condemning him in blunt terms as, in the judge's own words, clearly a monster. Less than a year later, on May 16, 2021, George Yzaguirre was found dead in Michigan Department of Corrections custody. His death was ruled a suicide. He was 37.
So, you said you came home to see if it was still real. What happened?
It was real. So I took his body and I folded it up in a blanket and I put it in the back of my car. And I drove around with him for about a day or so. And I didn't know what to do. And I jumped him in the woods. I dumped him behind fucking some
Where at?
probably some speedway layers or something.
You know which one?
Somebody. I've been high, drunk for days. They busted me when they busted me. They got my crack pipe. And, I've been tripping balls.
So try to help me out. Try to help me figure out where he is.
I don't know. I remember.
If we can do anything, we can.
I remember a speedway. There was a speedway, and somewhere it was
around Grand Rapids.
Yeah, it was, no, I don't know where it was. I just kept driving. Honestly, I can't tell you. You know.
You know what city you were in?
Strove. There was a speedway. I remember a speedway. I remember. Myers. I remember Myers. Man, sorry.
Did you call anybody when you were up by the Myers and Speedway?
No, I didn't know.
Do you remember what day it was?
I remember when I remember when I moved his body. His was already starting to stink. Smelled like a dead corpse. The back of the vehicle smells like a dead corpse. And I've been riding around the city getting drunk and high for 2 days, thinking that this is a dream, but not knowing this isn't a dream, and then I don't know it's just a dream. I wake up and then it's still not a dream. And then I find, I don't know, like so, and then, you know,
Other than what happened with David, You liked them normally, right? You lived with them. You got along with them okay at times.
We've been friends for years.
Yeah.
18 years. My best friends.
We don't want him laying out in the woods. We want to get him to where he belongs.
I want you to get him where he belongs.
I don't think we got to think about how can we find him? How can we make this part right?
It's not gonna bring him back.
It's not.
No.
But it's gonna give this family some peace.
There's Speedway and then there's Myers. And I was driving, it was in the country somewhere.
Remember open fields, forest, corn?
It's like a little bit of both,
You remember about how long it took you to get home? Back down to Grand Rapids after that?
Wow. 45 minutes, something like that.
Near the highway.
I was just so close. I don't know. I know there's a Speedway and there's a Myers. And then,
Like right next to each other?
yeah, they were close.
I was trying to take his credit card to get away, but I just stabbed him. Just kept stabbing him.
Did he fight back? Was he waiting for?
He was blanking out. Just stabbed him. Sleep. I threw a blanket on him and I got his credit cards. And I tried to get his PIN number. Gave me his PIN number and then I stabbed him.
Did you count him before you asked for the PIN number?
I got the PIN number and stabbed him. Stabbed him. Face, in the head, neck.
What did you do after that?
I went to Shell gas stations and I ate a 6-inch Subway. And then I went to Walmart and there was no reception in there. And I was gonna call the cops. So by the time I got to Walmart, I realized I don't deserve to be around people because I'm just gonna kill someone else.
So were you walking or driving from the
I was
trailer?
walking. Just walking. So, you guys got all the evidence against me you need now to get back in court. I don't want to be around anybody else. I'm just thinking.
So going back to Thanksgiving morning, do you know what time it was that you got home?
Smash.
Was it like nighttime morning or was it like?
I remember the incident, but thinking it was a dream, and then waking up in blood, knowing it's not a dream, then making, and then I'm
hoping it was.
It's not. And now I realize the situation is that I'm just a killer, and I kill people, and I'm just gonna keep killing people. So I think they should just lock me up because I don't deserve to be around people because I'm just gonna keep killing people. And that's just the nature of the beast. I think some people don't deserve to be around other people. And I don't deserve to be around other people because I'm just gonna f everybody's life up. That's what I do.
So do you remember if it was nighttime morning when you got home or like early, like breakfast time morning when you got back home? Just getting work.
It was early. It's like 9. Some, I don't know. It was like somewhere between where like nightfall or night rise, like where the sun rises. Just remember when I went to sleep, I woke up thinking it was a dream. I went in this house and I realized that it wasn't a dream. So it's all. I know what to do. So I freaked out and I was gonna call the cops, but then I didn't call the cops, and then I kept going back to the house to make sure it wasn't a dream, and I kept seeing his dead body, and I kept going back there again and again, and I went back there like a whole bunch of times to see if it was a dream, and it wasn't a dream. It's not a dream.
So what happened?
So I literally, his room was tore up because I literally tore up his whole room, anything of value, to just get high as fuck, drunk as fuck, because I just threw my life away. And I had already realized that my life is garbage. And I've already thrown everything away. And I can't wake up from this shit. This is a fucked up life and a fucked up dream that I just can't wake up from. So, tried to overdose. That shit just doesn't work. Apparently, I have a really high tolerance for drugs. Happens when you do a lot of drugs.
Yeah. You moved his car over to the church?
I did anything I could at first to figure out like
how soon after this happened?
It was probably like the morning after that. I moved his car, or the next night or something like that. I moved his car to the church parking lot because I freaked out, and I was trying to I had to readjust. I was like, all right, this is really true. It's really real.
Yeah.
You did this. You really did this. And I freaked out, so I was like, well, how could I get away with this? And I was like, you can't get away with this, dude. I was like, there's no getting away with this. You know what I'm saying? You did what you did. So I was like, oh, but I panicked and I moved his car over to the church parking lot because I know that my forensics and everything these days, anyways, there's no point in trying to lie to anybody, or there's no point in trying to deceive anybody or anything. And I turned myself in because I realized I'm just gonna keep telling people.
But you say that, but you don't want to be that guy, right?
I am that guy.
But you don't want to be that guy, do you?
I am that guy. It's that guy.
So what happened later on Thanksgiving after you had moved the car?
I washed my hands and all that other crazy shit. Went after I actually, after Thanksgiving, I woke up or whatever. When I woke up, I found out I wasn't dreaming because I was covered in blood. I washed myself off and freaked out, moved the vehicle, kept going back there every other day. It was like, oh no, and it was real. My life is real.
Where did you wash yourself off at?
Bathroom sink.
Where were you going in between leaving and then coming back home?
Just panicking, just getting more drugs. Just a drug alcohol field. I've been drinking fists of Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, Hennessy, E&J, Captains. I'm drunk, driving around.
Did you tell anybody else about what had happened?
I told Ed I killed him.
When did you tell Ed?
I told Ed the other day. And then last night they took my car from in front of Ed's house. And I felt like they were coming for me because I already feel guilty. And I panicked. And then I killed him.
So you said you went up to her place for Thanksgiving.
I was only there for like a couple hours and then I took out.
Was David with you?
No.
Was David still in the house?
Okay.
So, I really want to help this family out. I really want to find where he's at. I don't want him laying out in the snow. You don't want him laying out in the snow. We gotta think.
Did you stop anywhere else?
I've been up for days. I've been up for days and drinking and drugging. Like, I really don't know where he is.
Did you buy anything while you were out? Did you go into the mire? Did you go into the speedway?
You have to fill up your gas tank.
Yeah, I did. I remember being mud. There was mud on the vehicle when I flew in the woods.
Okay.
Did you have to drive back far into the woods, or was it pretty close to whatever road you
So right by, I remember being by a speedway.
were? Was it snowy already, or were the roads clear? Snow on the ground. Snow.
Kind of gotten brought up. It's stuff that happened over there, and since that's not in the city of Kentwood, since that's in Byron Township, Sheriff's Office kind of area that we cover and patrol, we wanted to come down here and talk to you about what happened. All right. When did you get over to that house? Was it today? Was it yesterday? Had you been there for a few days?
I've been. Again.
I'm sorry. No, not allergy or anything, do you?
No.
Is that okay? Almost?
Yeah, it's not. I went over there about 3 weeks ago.
Okay. Was that the first time you went there? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago.
Okay. What brought you over there?
Just hanging out. I just eventually found my way over there to some spot that people were chilling at. And everybody over there just does drugs. They're all drug addicts.
Okay. Whose house is it?
Some guy named Ed.
Was that the first time you met Ed 3-4 weeks ago, or did you know him prior to that?
I didn't know him prior to the 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay. Does anyone besides Ed live there?
I don't think so.
Just Ed? Okay. So you made your way over there. What was your connection to Ed?
Drugs.
Just drugs?
Drugs.
What kind of drugs?
Crack cocaine.
Okay.
Just crack cocaine and weed. And I was doing acid. Also, I've also been up for like days. Even now, I've been up. I go about 2-3 days without sleeping at all.
Who introduced you to Ed?
I don't even remember how I met.
Does Ed deal drugs, or is he just a user?
He's just crack house.
Just where people go use drugs?
Yeah.
So, 3-4 weeks ago, it was the first time you made your way over to Ed's house. The first time you met him. Well, when were you most recently at Ed's house? When everything happened that you came in today to talk about?
Last night.
Last night you went over there? About what time was that?
I've been over there for days on end already. Like, I just
And head over there frequently?
Getting high and drinking, doing any drug I can get my hands on.
When was the last time you were at Ed's house?
Last night.
Last night? Well, what time did you get there?
I've been there for days, like I said. I've been there for days.
Coming and going? Okay. What time did you get there yesterday?
I was already there, because I've been there for days.
Okay. How many days do you think you've been there? A few days?
Everything just blends in now.
Blends in? Okay.
Everything just blends in.
How do you get over there?
I had a vehicle.
You had a vehicle? You had a car?
They took my car, Ford Edge.
Ford Edge?
2008 Ford Edge.
What color is it?
White.
Is it registered to you?
Oh, cream color. It's registered to my wife.
But it's your car? Like you typically drive it?
Yep.
Before we broke to the bathroom there, you said you'd been hanging out at Ed's house kind of for a while, a few days. Who else has been hanging out over there? People? What names do you know for these people? Don't know. Okay.
Man, I want to be cooperative.
Yeah, if you don't know their names, that's fine. I'm sure it's a house like that.
Honestly,
tell me.
I've been up for days on end doing drugs and drinking.
Sure.
So
I understand that.
And I tell you the truth, that everything's like at first when I even killed my best friend, I thought it was a dream. And
sure.
Then
so tell me about what happened.
It's not a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine because I know what I am, and dude. Yeah, I mean.
So what happened with Ed? Can you take me through what happened? How things went downhill with Ed? So you're hanging out over at his house, and what happened?
I was drinking and doing drugs, and I confessed to him that I had killed my best friend, and he didn't believe me. So I brought him to my house to show him.
Okay.
Because I had to show someone else what I had done, because I was up. This was still reality.
Sure.
And I wanted someone else to know that this is real.
Sure.
And he came with me. And I didn't believe that he wouldn't. He said he wouldn't freak out. And he told me that he wasn't going to freak out.
Okay.
And then I had, if he was going to freak out, I didn't know what else I was going to do. So.
When was it that you took him over to your house?
A couple days ago.
A couple days ago? So today's Tuesday. Was it Monday? Was it Sunday? Was there snow on the ground? Was there no snow on the ground?
It was the first day of snow.
First day of snow? Was it during the daytime, daylight, dark? You know, was it morning, midday, late afternoon? Do you know? If you don't know, that's fine. It was daylight though, so it was probably Sunday during the day.
Something like that.
And it was just the two of you that went, or did anyone else go with you?
Just me.
Was anyone else there to overhear you talking about this, or was this something you just confided in just him?
Just him.
Just him? Okay. So you guys go over to your
I
house.
told my mom last night that I was going to turn myself in. She told me that she just wanted to be with me to turn myself in. She told me to get in her car last night when I told her. I didn't want to. I was really paranoid because I was still tripping.
Where was that at? Where'd you see your mom at?
Burton and Clyde Park. I told her that it was a dream. I thought that it was a dream. I still think, I don't know. I still think I'm dreaming. But that is not a dream. So obviously I'm not dreaming.
Sure. So you took Ed over to your house, and then what happened?
He didn't freak out.
You didn't freak out?
He helped me get rid of the body.
Okay. What did you guys do?
We wrapped David up, put him in a blanket, and put him in the back of my car. And I was driving around for a long time. Put him in the back of my car.
And Ed was with you?
And I was waiting for Ed to freak out. Because I was still freaking out. And I was still freaking out about the whole thing. And last night, he picked up my car in front of Ed's house.
The police did?
Someone did. And I thought I saw headlights and stuff.
Uh-huh. So then what happened after they picked up your car? Was Ed still alive at that point?
Yeah.
Okay. Was anyone else over there besides you and Ed? Okay. So what happens after that?
I freaked out and I stabbed Ed in the throat a bunch of times and in the head. I took his credit cards. I was gonna go and I was gonna run. And I was gonna go. I went to Walmart. Actually, first I went to a couple different ATMs to try to get money out, but they wouldn't let me get money out. Then I went to Subway at Shell Gas on 4th, 54th. And I ate a 6-inch sub after stabbing it in the head. And then I ate the sub. I knew I threw my life away. I think this was the last time I could eat anything normal. Because I'm getting locked up for the rest of my life. And I realized that this is reality. It's not a dream. So there's nothing I can do. And I can't be around people because I'm just going to kill somebody else.
After gathering and cross-checking every detail, detectives shift to the core of the interrogation. What triggered this inhumane violence?
So why do you think this happened?
So I'm not right in the head.
Something happened recently?
I've always not been right in the head.
Always. Like mental illness type stuff, or are you diagnosed with anything?
I got PTSD, bipolar depression.
Are you on medication for any of that?
They wanted me to take medication, but I don't want to take it.
Don't want to take it.
I'm gonna share that up.
Where are you?
In my mental state of mind, I shouldn't drink because I'll go crazy.
What all were you doing last night? Were you drinking? Alcohol? What kind?
I was drinking Jack Daniels.
Mixing it, drinking straight.
I was drinking Jack Daniels. Smoking weed. Smoking crack.
Anything else?
I did LSD.
Last night you did? Where did you get the Jack from?
Liquor store.
Which one?
I don't know. One over off of 52nd. 52nd Eastern. Little, I don't remember what it's called. Little blue liquor store. I've been buying random shots from whatever store. I've been going around getting drunk.
How long has this been going on where you've been on this spiral?
Since my wife left me on my anniversary.
That's kind of what set you off? What day is that?
She left me on 9/15.
Were you guys living together
I don't know how
at your house? Was David living there too, or did he move in afterwards?
He was already living there.
You guys living there. Were you still living there? Did you move out? Did she move out? Said she left you.
Yeah, she left.
Have you been staying there since, or is this when you started kind of hanging out at Ed's?
I was perfectly fine. I had a job. I was doing everything I could. I was being a good provider. I was doing everything I could. I was paying all the bills.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that I wasn't enough for her anymore. And then she had 2 jobs. She was going to school, and I wasn't growing fast enough for her. And she told me 60 different reasons that I could change. And then I begged her not to leave me. I told her I'd do a relationship counseling with her and everything. Sure. And the next day I came home and she was just she left. So she had all back, she packed up and she took off.
So you and David are staying in the house at this point.
Yeah.
Was it right away that you started struggling, or was it a little bit after that?
I held on for about 2 weeks.
And then that's when you started struggling. And did you have a past of doing crack and stuff like that?
Before I met my wife, I did. I used to rob dope dealers all the time at gunpoint.
So you were clean for a while, and then this kind of set you off, and you started spiraling downhill.
I got my life right. I changed my whole life. Quitting all the stupid stuff that I used to do. And tried to live a good, normal life.
Mm-hmm.
Not normal. Normal people couldn't do this. Only someone out of a movie could do this. A scary movie or some type of dream she can't wake up from. Normal people don't kill their best friends for 18 years. Normal people don't stab people in the throat.
So I had gone over kind of what had happened last night. And you said, yeah, it was accurate to what you had told me. Was there anything that we didn't talk about yet? Anything that got left out?
No.
The only other question I have is David's phone. Did you take his phone as well?
No.
Do you know where that's at?
Actually, yeah. It was on the thing, and I put it in a bag with the bloody clothes or whatever, and I dumped that in the trash.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna step out for a second. Be able to talk to our other partners out there, but somebody will be back with you in a second, okay?
If you want more cases like this one, real interrogations broken down and fact-checked, subscribe and join our WhatsApp channel in the description. And let me know in the comments, what part of this interview unsettled you the most? I read every single one. And this is True Crime Continent.